Hi everyone, this is Homerino Collectibles and welcome to this LEGO Star Wars review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the 80AP, which is number 75043, ages 8 to 14, and this is one hell of a great set. So just before I get started with the review, I do have an amazing set of stuff coming from TF Source, so that's Transformers, some great third party stuff coming with that. I'll do an unboxing and there's loads of reviews there. I've got some Marvel Legends stuff coming up and whatnot, but over the next couple of weeks there'll be a hell of a lot of LEGO Star Wars reviews. We got some stuff that came out more recently, so we've got the Corporate Alliance Droid Tank, and then the Clone Trooper and Droidekas Battle Pack, and then I've got some stuff coming like the Sith Fury class Interceptor. I'm trying to look for an 8080 because I'm trying to make a very good Snowtrooper army, so I got some of that stuff coming. I got a load of Snowtrooper battle packs. So if you're here because you like my LEGO Star Wars reviews, subscribe, and over the next couple of weeks I'm going to get a hell of a lot of sets up. So without further ado, let's take a look at this box. So at the bottom here you can see new spring-loaded shooter. That's their new missiles, and I gotta say they are pretty good. It adds an extra little bit of playability for the kids because flick fire missiles, sometimes they are quite loose and they flick quite far, but sometimes they're actually quite stiff and they can hurt your fingers, and sometimes when you flick you actually fire the mechanism off of the vehicle instead of actually firing the missile itself, and then they don't go very far and stuff. I like the look of the flick fire missiles, but the playability isn't too great, but with these it really is. However, they are quite powerful. And then over in the other corner you see the minifigures that come with it, but I will show you that in a second. So onto the back of the box here, as you can see it just has a few dioramas, and then it just shows you what you can actually do with the set, such as the turning turrets and so on. But there's not too much interesting stuff on the box. If I flip it around it just shows you the new guys and everything, but without further ado let's take a look at what we get inside. So to start with you get the instructions, but this doesn't come with one, it comes with two. Now normally with LEGO sets it's stuff like the Star Destroyers and things like that that you get two manuals for. They're not massively thick, they're just the size of your regular instruction book, just like for the Z95 Headhunter it's about that size, and you get two of them. Now, I really think that they could have saved a lot of space in these manuals, especially just like the little battle pack ones, where they put like one step per page and whatnot. But, you know, I don't really think it needs two booklets, but you get two booklets. And then you also get your little orange brick breaker. And now finally onto the minifigures. So the main reason that you're going to want to get this set is Commander Gree over here. This is the clone trooper that you get in the set, and just before I get onto detail, he does have the head that they're using now, if it ever gets in focus, there we go, for the episode 3 clones. And put the helmet back on. As you can see, Commander Gree is detailed to the high heavens. Now this guy was in episode 3 and he got the order 66 to go and kill Yoda on Kashyyyk, and as soon as that happened Yoda swiftly took this guy's head off. And this is a very exclusive figure. If you're thinking, I do like the set but I don't want to get it just for this figure, and you know you like the Walker but you don't really want to pay that kind of price for it, you're never going to get this guy again, and it's amazing, it's exclusive. If you are a collector of the Clone Army or something, then this is definitely needed, especially if you're making a Kashyyyk army and you're getting the Kashyyyk battle pack. It comes with the binoculars and the gun, which are both accurate to the movie, and very, very nice printing all round. I really do like the new camouflage Kashyyyk style printing, and I hope that they use it in a lot of other sets. I hope they use that in a lot of their Endor sets and whatnot, because it's a little bit similar, but a lot of the time in the past with like Rebel Troopers it's just plain colours, so I hope that they don't just use this for the Kashyyyk guys, I hope they use it in other troops as well, and also just other LEGO sets in general, because that is a really nice camouflage design. So before we move on, here's a 501st Trooper from last year, and as you can see this guy actually has the movie star visor. Some people were saying this isn't quite accurate. Well, this is accurate to the Clone Wars show. This is a Phase 2 helmet from the Clone Wars show. And then this one, as you can see, the actual visor itself, the green visor. Slightly different shape, it's a bit rounded. Slightly different sizes and whatnot. So that's just to give you an idea of what an Episode 3 Phase 2 looks like, and a cartoon Clone Wars Phase 2 looks like. So here's Chief Tarful, and it comes with a spare gun. It's a gun that we've got in the past. My brothers actually used to have some really old Lego Pirates Lego, and I have an abundance of these rifles. Except I think that the stock on some of them were filled in, so I think the more modern versions of this rifle, they just have that little bit of a cutout there. But Tarful himself, if I just remove this gun so you can see a little bit better, amazing, amazing detail. The torso is not printed, it's just a plain brown torso, but we have the printed legs, just like you're getting with the Chewie, and then this really nice kind of white with a little bit of a kind of blue hint. You're getting a lot more blue on camera than it actually is in real life. It actually looks a little kind of greenish on camera, but very, very nice. And then amazing head sculpt there. Awesome dreadlocks with all those little bits of silver detail. And this does come all the way down to the belt. Really nice size, as you can see, compared to figure stood next to each other. The Wookiees are a great deal taller than other people, especially if you have someone without a helmet on. So really, really good size, great detail, great figure if you like Wookiees. Now, one thing I've always wanted is a commander droid, and this is a commander battle droid. So as you can see, it's got the yellow dot. If I can get it to focus close up here, it seems to be focusing on the background. The Wookiee still wants attention. Focus. There we go. So you got the yellow dot, that's all that's different in the torso, and then you just got the yellow on the head. I could have done it myself with some other figures in the past and whatnot, but I've always wanted one of these guys. I always used to like battle droids. And back when I had the MTT, it's always been something that I've wanted. I've got a load of the security droids, the red ones and whatnot, and the pilot droids, the blue ones. I've always wanted one of these guys, and it's great that now I finally have one. I'm not massive on creating a droid army. I just love getting the figures with other sets. I'm more clones and the Empire myself. But it's really nice that I've finally been able to pick one of those up in a set that I would have bought anyway. And then we just get another regular battle droid here. And then over here we get a regular super battle droid. So, great minifigures. I would have liked to have seen another Kashyyyk Trooper, just like a regular Kashyyyk Trooper, because in the gunship, the new set, you get the Kashyyyk Scout Trooper looking guy, which is the majority of the people that you see on Kashyyyk in the film. And then we have the battle pack, which comes with 2 regular Kashyyyk Troopers, 2 of the Scout type looking troopers. And then this set, you get Commander Gree. So I think that they should have included the guy that was stood next to Commander Gree in the film, which I think was a normal trooper. I don't think that was a scout one. I think that was a normal trooper along with that guy. But correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think it would have been good if they included that minifigure with this anyway, so that in different sets you are actually getting both things that come from that battle pack, so you can really increase the trooper army. Plus you can fit a lot of troopers inside the walker, which you'll see in a second. So let's get it out on the table and give that thing a good old review. And here it is, guys. To get it all in the shot, I have had to put it right at the back of the table there, but it is absolutely incredible. Now, just to show you the size of it compared to a minifigure, there is Commander Gree right down there. So it's a fairly decent sized set. Very, very nice. Now, just before I go any further, this thing is about £60, so you can relate that to whatever currency you have right now. But remember, it'll be a bit less in other countries because in the UK we get taxed to the high heavens for pretty much everything, and toys is one of those things. So figures and Lego and everything like that, is all more expensive for us than anywhere else, which is really annoying, but anyway, this thing is worth it nonetheless. Now, I actually had a £20 voucher, so that was fine, but I still think it is worth it if you want to pay full price. I personally think that £40, what I paid, was absolutely perfect, and I'd pay that all day long, and if I could, I'd have more. But if you want to wait until they go on sale, they probably will be that price eventually somewhere on Amazon or something. But let's get into the features of this set. So, as you can see, it's a two-legged walker with a third leg. Now, that third leg can move just like the others, but basically that deploys when this massive cannon is used. So let's take a close-up look at that leg then. As you can see, it is not a supportive leg. It does not need to stand, and that is how it's meant to be. It is actually a two-legged walker that the third leg comes down, like I said, when the artillery gun is used. So it's a very articulated leg. So this moves here, this moves here, it moves up here at a couple of points. It's very, very, very articulated, and you don't have to worry about getting it in a certain spot. You know, just push it to the floor and push it down flat until it's touching the floor basically, and that is the position that it's meant to be used in. If I swing around to the back here, you can see this little lever here that rotates down. So what that is for is basically you lift the leg up however you can and you bring it round to the back without knocking something off. I'll just put that back on. There we go. Right, so you bring it up, and it doesn't really matter how you do it, but you just get the foot to the back, so it's like that. Bring this down, and that literally just holds it in place. So now that leg is folded up, and now you have your two-legged 80AP walker, and then you can just flick this back up, push it up there, bring it round, bring the leg forward, unfold it, deploy it, and done. So that is a great feature. Now moving on to the other legs, basically they move like that, and then that's it. All this is completely solid. So if you do want to try and make a sort of a walking pose, then this leg does help to stabilize it. I'm not going to do it on camera because it can be a bit annoying. Sometimes you just got to find that perfect pose, but you can indeed make this thing look like it's walking. And in fact, I lied, because I'm going to try and get it to walk, because why not? So that's as far as that one will go forward. Let's see how back it goes. Yeah, it wants to go down a little bit, but basically you just got to kind of stabilize it with that other leg and just try and get it to stay up, and then you go to staying up. It's sort of a walking pose. It looks kind of strange because you can't take that one forwards, and that you can't turn that foot, but you know, you can get it in a sort of walking pose. Not great for stop motions though. This leg right here is perfect for stop motion, or if you want to change up some of the mechanism in here, then obviously then you can turn it into a great thing for stop motion for walking, but this would be great for stop motion, but that's about it. So that's enough of the legs. Let's move on to the guns. So up here, as you can see, we have this little infantry gun here which goes left and right, and it also goes up and down. So that's the infantry covered in most directions. Now stickers with this set, these are stickers on both sides. This green bit here's a sticker, and then this grey bit here's a sticker. That looks printed, that sort of does, but it sort of doesn't, and then these look kind of printed. So really, the stickers, they're getting better and better and better. I know I've got some older stickers on some of the older Clone Wars sets from like 2008 that are starting to peel and like dry out and crack now. I think these are going to last a bit longer than that, but I still really wish that they would use printed parts, but you know, carrying on. Really, really nice detail, however, on some of these panels. I love the vented pieces. I've always loved vented pieces ever since I was little. I've used them for detail on any ship that I used to build. I used to absolutely adore those things. But now, here's the big gun, and it looks incredible. And obviously, you know, when you're making this thing, you're obviously just thinking to yourself, this can't get any bigger, and then it tells you to put 2 more. This isn't going to get any bigger, it tells you to put 2 more on. It's a very big gun in comparison to the actual walker itself. It's really, really awesome. I love the design of this muzzle up the top here, and that's pretty cool. This cannon up here is the same sort of design as that one down here, so it's obviously a sort of infantry-ish kind of cannon. And as you can see, it's all locked in place. Now, when you tilt this down like this, it unpegs, meaning that you can tilt this big gun up and down. That doesn't move left and right. But this top piece, which you can sit someone in right here, with the infantry gun on and the new missile, can spin. And the fact that it can go down means that you can actually shoot people around the walker as well. So, really, really awesome design. I love the whole design of this block up here as well. And here's the new missile, which basically you just touch down. It's extremely powerful. In other sets, like the Battle on Saleucami set, you get 4. In this you get 2, and you get green ones. It's the first time I think that we've got a green one in a clone set. I could be wrong. And then to put it back in, you just slot it back in. It's as simple as that. Do not put it in when you're building it, and do not put it in if you've got little kids like babies running around. Because honestly, if this thing gets in someone's eye by accident when you're building it or playing with it or whatever, it's going to hurt a lot. So that's one of the downfalls. If you've got really small children that you're buying this for, keep that in mind. Adult supervision at all times, because this thing will take eyes out. And then to lock it back, you just push that back up, and there you go, done. So the days of, like, I mean, this is still kind of like that, you know, the days of like, trying to center it again, sort of OCD, trying to make it go straight. I love the fact that you can just lock it in, so that when you finish with it, or when you've done a stop motion, or you put it on display and you want it facing straight, lock it in, you know it's straight every time. Now to get inside this set, there's a little door on the side. That is what they would use. I'll just open the one on the other side so you get a bit more light. And then there's also the entire top that opens up right there. So inside, as you can see, on the sticker inside here, that's the last sticker except for these, that is the gunship, so that's kind of an incentive to get the other set, you know. And then these 2 control panels, which you can see, one there and one over there, there actually comes with a spare sticker for those, so that's kind of strange, you get a spare sticker. I would have liked a spare sticker for something on the outside, i.e. those little logos there, because that's what you're going to see all the time, and if one of those gets damaged or cracks or falls off, you're going to want to replace that. Something inside you're not going to worry about too much. So I wish that they had used a spare on something else, but never mind. They're nice anyway. And then you have your seats just inside. If I just tilt this up, you can see that you've got 2 brown seats in there, which you can sit people in. But what I find really, really great is that if you have some of those Battle Pack Kashyyyk troopers, you can fit loads in here. So you can fit 1 person in each seat holding guns just fine. But if I take Commander Gree right here, and that was my shoulder cracking if you heard that, basically troops can stand up wherever inside and they will not get hindered by this roof. It does not touch anyone. So you can stand people up. But right here, right at the front here, in these beige pieces, you can fit 1 person sitting down there, 1 person sitting down there, and then obviously get a driver in there. So if you get a battle pack, you can actually fit those 4 troops inside, as well as Chief Tarfel and this guy, and then all sit in there perfectly, which I find really, really awesome. And for stop motion, you can have people hanging out the windows and doing all this kind of crazy shit, and his helmet fell off and stuff like that. But it's really, really awesome. And the inside of this, when you're building it, you kind of think, you know, just like a lot of sets that have big panels that are on angles, a bit like Star Destroyers and things like that, you're kind of thinking to yourself, it's a bit hollow. But then once you've put the giant cannon on top and you give the set some weight, and then you put these awesome doors on which hide everything, it's really cool. Now, there's another way to access it, and I just fired the missile and that went really far. That's pretty cool. So another way to access the inside is through this front panel here, which you can take up and then swing out. so you can get clear access if you're playing and whatnot. So it's really great for kids. It's an interesting build with a lot of different angles to it, and then that just sort of hooks on over. It's a really nice design, and then you can bring the top back down. And if you're wondering where the missile is, as soon as I opened it for that shot, it kind of flung out and went the distance of the room. That went very far. It actually hit some of Marvel Legends, guys. So that's it for this set. Thanks for watching, everyone. I 100% definitely recommend this if you couldn't tell. It's a great size. It's pretty accurate, really. You can fit a figure in the top. You can fit 6 people inside the thing. It's got great weaponry. The legs look awesome. You got great articulation in that center leg. You've got all your little mechanisms to lock the guns in place and lock the leg in place. It's really well designed. It looks accurate. You get great minifigures. As I said, it would have been nice to have come with at least one more clone, and maybe like a little, the little spider droids thingies. I can't remember their name, but they're in the Kashyyyk battle that come out of the water, and they've got that massive cannon. Those things would look really cool with this set. I know one came out recently in a big Spider Walker set. That was an episode 2 set, but I think that one of those things to add to the droids, and maybe another clone, would be great for that £60 price. But if you can get it for £40 like I did, then this is an amazing set for the money. So thanks for watching, guys, and like I said throughout the video, I got a load more reviews coming, but really, if you really want to see these LEGO Star Wars sets, I got a load of them coming up in the next couple of weeks, so make sure that you click that subscribe button. You can check out my Instagram for photos of all my LEGO sets, which will be on my page, and you can check out my Twitter if you want to be notified if and when I bring out some reviews. So thanks for watching, guys. I know it's been a long one for a LEGO set, but thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you next time.